Welcome to tonight's weight loss call. This is Milo with you, and we have a great call lined up for you guys. We also have a big announcement, a surprise for this month of March. So anyway, we have these calls every single Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. They're live. They're recorded. You guys can listen to it by dialing 801-704-6800, and this is option number 2. You can listen to the last week's call recorded on this number. You can go to our YouTube channel and listen to past recordings for this awesome call. Make sure that you guys bring in your guests. Let them know that this call is meant for them specifically. We're going to be talking a little about our products. We're going to be talking, listening to some great testimonials from you guys, from people that are having success stories, losing weight, and with the keto diet. We'll also have a surprise today with you guys, with our CEO on our call. So guys, I'm not going to take much time. We have a couple of announcements at the very end, and we're going to have or announce the winners of our weekly free products that we're giving away. And to do that, guys, you guys just need to call in customer service. If you don't have a computer or social media accounts, call in the 801-704-6700 number, and it's option 1. Then option 4, you can record your testimonials. You can record your your goal, how are you doing, what you're doing, and then or if you have social media accounts, do the same thing. Give any advice to people, things like that. Make sure that you add the hashtag SiselTHIN, and then that's the way that we're monitoring everybody to make sure that you guys participate on these contests and on the contest that ends on the end of March. So make sure you do that and share with people your stories. So we'll announce the winners at the end of this call. So without further ado, I'm gonna give the time to our Vice President of Global Sales and Marketing, Rennert. Aaron, welcome to the call.
Hey, Milo, thank you so much. And for everybody on the call, we really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, out of your day to join us as we talk about one of the most important issues plaguing us today. And really that's overweight and obesity. So let's jump into it and really start talking about those issues that we know we're dealing with those unfortunate issues that a lot of people are struggling with. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, how to maybe conquer some of those issues and help people get back on their feet, back active, and really start taking those next steps. And it's been fun over the last few weeks. Even Milo has just been reaching out to a number of people overseas, myself included, jumping on calls, having great conversations with people all over the world. And they're doing exactly what you guys are doing tonight. They're jumping on these calls. They're having conversations. They're dialoguing about the issues that are plaguing us today. And for us, we know that many people are struggling with this. And so we want to take you guys through basically a conversation tonight, as we do every Tuesday night, as Milo mentioned. And we do want to have these conversations because, listen, as difficult as it is, 2 out of 3 people minimum, 2 out of 3 people are struggling with either being overweight or clinically obese. And so we know that already going into it. We know that unfortunately is the country we live in right now. The countries, even as we look at North America, many people are struggling with these issues. So from our perspective, we want to help people. But hey, first things first, we want to talk a little bit about who Sisel is and just give you guys, we have so many guests that jump on the call each week that not only are live tonight, but that listen in over the course of the week. And so we want to give them that same opportunity to know who we are, because a lot of people say that, oh, we've got the best company, or we've got the best products, or we've got the best compensation plan. But really, here's the point. Sisel's not a new flashy company, folks. We're a company that's been around for a long, long time. We've seen a lot. We've done a lot. We actually stand for something. Literally, it's right here in our name, Sisel. It's spelled S-I-S-E-L. It's an acronym. The first letter S stands for science. It's what we do. It's the first part of the name. It's looking for the research that people are looking to find out whether or not the company's real or not. And the research behind the products, we'll check. We've got it. And we operate our own labs. We've got a commitment to quality as literally, we'll talk about this in a minute. But the bottom line is we continue to control quality from the time we source the ingredients till the time it hits your doorstep. The second letter, I, stands for innovation. Mowers have been at the forefront of innovation for over the last 35 plus years. And these guys were the pioneers in developing clean, safe products. The Maurer mission is to only produce the safest, most effective, and efficacious products that are free from harmful ingredients. So our goal is to always bring you a product that you know you can feel safe with for you, your family, and your friends, and you can stand strong with the integrity behind it. And literally, the Mowers didn't trust anybody to build their products. And so over the course of literally the last 46 years, as Tom Jr. can talk about, and you'll probably hear him talk about over the next weeks, months, years, is that for 46 years, he's been in the manufacturing process. And for the last 35 plus years, manufacturing not only topicals that go on your body, but ingestibles that go in your body. So we can talk about that as well. Now, the next letter, S, is success. And when we talk about success, we're talking about people living a healthy lifestyle. We're talking about people having an opportunity for success in business. And in Sizzle, you guys can have both. We share amazing products so others can feel as good as you do. That's rewarding enough. But to share products and get paid for doing so, that's next level rewarding. We want everyone to be rewarded for the efforts that you put into your business. That's the bottom line. Now, the fourth letter, E, stands for energy. You want it, we've got it. We're energized about your success. We have the systems, we've got the tools, we've got the promotions, we've got the training to help you guys every step of the way. You're joining like-minded people, and that is key, folks. You're joining like-minded people who have a passion for life and success. And if that doesn't energize you, well, we know our products will. Now, as we jump to the fifth letter, L, it stands for longevity. A lot of people think of longevity as age reversal or anti-aging products, but in our case, longevity is that Sizzle is built to last. We're a debt-free company. We've got a decade-long track record of helping people around the world find health and prosperity. We want people to know that we have this opportunity where the Mowers will be passing this legacy down from generation to generation to generation. So just like recently when Tom Jr. took the reins after Tom Sr.'s passing, he'll continue to pass it down to his future individuals that will take over at that point. And we will continue to help people along the way to understand exactly what we do and how we do it and why we do it the way we do it. So as we talked about earlier, being overweight and obese, it's a difficult proposition because for so many people, those long-term health conditions, well, and literally just as simple as cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, leading to type 1, it's all by being overweight or obese or all these challenges that people are dealing with. And literally over the last number of years, they've obviously done a lot of research. They've done a lot of fact finding to try to find out if 70% of North Americans are either overweight or obese, what's happening in our world? Well, in 2007 to 2008, 33.7% of Americans were obese. Then it jumped up 6 points. In 2015 to 2016, 39.6% of Americans were obese. 2007 to 2008, 5.7% of Americans were severely obese. But then you jump ahead again to 2015 to 2016, 7.7%, again, a 2-point hike of Americans were severely obese. That's a scary proposition. So what we're identifying for the first time in the history of our planet is that back in 2013, more people died from obesity than from malnutrition. Think about that. More people died from obesity or health-related issues surrounding being overweight or obese than they did from malnutrition or not having enough nutrition in their diet. One of the issues that a lot of people have dealt with, and we see it every day when we're out and about, is sugar consumption. Back in the 1700s, the average person annually ate 4 pounds of sugar. In 1800s, it jumped up to 18 pounds annually. 1900s, it went to 90 pounds annually. And in 2015, they figured that 200 plus pounds annually was consumed. So it's a scary time, but the bottom line is that we're eating more calories than we've ever eaten. We're seeing more calories come from fast food diets. As a matter of fact, average calories from a fast food meal is about 1,844. Well, the interesting thing is in 1965, the average person consumed about 1,500 calories a day. So you've got another 344 calories on top of the averages from back in 1965. But if the average calories from a fast food meal hit 1,844, today, the average person consumes 3,700 calories. And again, folks, we know it's not slowing down. We know it's not slowing down for you either. But we have some very simple, surprisingly simple ways that you can take control of your diet, that you can take control of your life, that you can take control of your weight and your weight gain and your weight loss. Now, Tom Jr. can talk a little bit about this in a few minutes. We're going to bring him on. But the bottom line is he developed SiselTHIN. As he formulated it, he wanted to make sure that it gave you energy and stamina from within. He wanted to make sure that it gave you focus and mental clarity. He wanted to make sure that it created a healthy metabolism and even created thermogenesis, and as well appetite suppression, and as well, the key point is helping you go into ketosis even faster by sending these ketones to the brain and letting you know that your body needs to go after the fat instead of just worrying about trying to burn off sugars and proteins and carbohydrates. So super, super impressive product. Then he realized that a lot of people needed the motivation. So he created Sizzle Sport. Now, I would say life is a sport, but the bottom line is it gave you this rapid and prolonged energy. And he started to try to determine how can I create better and higher performance, endurance, and stamina, nitric oxide production to help enhance blood flow and nutrition delivery to the body and the organs and the muscles. And then, of course, the focus and motivation as clarity and cognitive function are absolutely off the charts. We say it, life is a sport. I don't care if you're going to the gym or if you're sitting around literally trying to figure out how to take care of the kids, or you're trying to get to work, or you're trying to get to the next meeting. Life is a sport. We're always running. I feel like we're always running. And so we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to help people along the way. These two products, out of all of the products in the catalog, are unbelievable, and they are selling like we can't believe because we're seeing people with testimonials that are coming out of the woodwork. So it's a lot of fun for us right now. Now, the first person that I want to bring on is actually an internal person. It's a corporate person, and it's a person that you guys have probably seen a couple of times on our different Wacky Wednesdays or Fit Fridays or whatever you've seen her on. But the fact is that she is a person that lives the lifestyle that you're talking about or that you want. She's the one that actually used to be very, very involved in CrossFit. She's the one that is organizing our Fit Fridays and making sure that our Sizzle Fit is something that people can engage with and be a part of. So Milo Acosta, you are a person in our marketing creative group. You are helping us with, the information and delivery of a lot of these topics that so many people are so interested in. So what are some of the things that you're working on right now? Some of those initiatives, maybe take 2 or 3, 5 minutes, but what are you working on right now? And Mila, welcome to the call tonight.
Perfect. So like Aaron said, I'm on the marketing team. I'm over Instagram. So every post you see on Instagram, that's from me. I'm also over Fit Friday, which we are going to start slowly transitioning to Sizzle Fit. So it will be any day of the week, and you'll get a push notification through your Facebook or Zoom meeting calls that we're going live. Just a heads up for that. But yeah, I love fitness. I have been surrounded by it for my whole life. A little background, my dad, my family's from Brazil, and my dad played on a minor soccer league, and my mom was almost a professional volleyball player. And so I have been surrounded by fitness my whole life, and I got into CrossFit about 6 years ago, and then I had an unfortunate injury, but now I'm almost fully recovered, and I'm slowly going back to that healthy lifestyle that I once was a part of, and I'm actually getting almost as fit as I was in that moment, so I'm really excited for that. And yeah, so just to touch base a little bit more on our social media campaigns, we focus, everything we post is for you guys. We want you guys to like, share, comment, do all that fun stuff. And one of the big things, I am kind of a health nut. I cook almost every night, healthy foods, and I try to stay active every day. Even if I can't hit the gym a 30-minute, 50-minute workout, I want to do something for at least 10 minutes. If that's taking a walk around the block, if it's doing some stretches at my desk, just things like that. So yeah, really the biggest thing that I want to hit hard and the biggest impression I want to leave with all of you guys is just the engagement with Sizzle Fit or any engagement post that we do. We want you guys to like our posts, share them, spread the word about Sizzle, because we really are a terrific company, and I'm so grateful to be working for a company that is mindful of fitness, of health, of longevity, basically our acronym. So yeah, and if you ever have any questions, reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook and we'll be happy to help. It's not going to be as an immediate response as going or calling to our customer service, but of course we're always here to help. So yeah, Aaron or Milo, if there's anything else you'd like me to mention, that's kind of my spiel about it, but yeah, let me know.
Well, so Milo, real quick, I'll just ask you one question. What are some of the products that you're currently taking? Because tonight, folks, just so you know, as Milo was running out of the office, we were chatting for a few minutes, and she's like, oh, I've got to hurry up. I've got to get to the gym because I've got to hurry up and get my workout in before the call tonight. So I know you go to the gym literally almost every day. What are the products that you're using? And maybe you can just speak to a little bit of that for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. So my absolute favorite product is SiselTHIN, kind of given since I do go to the gym every day. But just because I've taken probably hundreds of products in the past 6 years, BCAAs, pre-workouts, post-workouts, everything, honestly. And the biggest one that I've noticed is SiselTHIN, because when I first started working out, I was probably using like 25, 30-pound dumbbells, and I'm now at 45. Honestly, that's probably my favorite product. I also love the H2 sticks because it's immediate hydration and electrolytes. Love that. But yeah, those are probably my top two favorite products as far as we have. I'm a pretty energized person, so I don't really rely on a pre-workout. But if I go to the gym at like 5 a.m., then I definitely take a scoop of Sizzle Sport.
Right on. Well, Mila, thanks so much for being on the call tonight. And we certainly appreciate all you do. And I know that everybody on the call that's listening obviously appreciates the posts and the information shared and all of the thoughts and ideas that go into it. So again, Mila, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Well, so everybody, if you haven't had a chance to listen to the call from last night, I'm just telling you, there's so much information that was shared, whether it be the information that Ben Cook, also our creative director in marketing, that he shared about the app and some of the upgrades and updates to the app. But really, we jumped from that to Tom Maurer Jr., and we had a conversation about a number of the products that you guys get in your packs that you guys are buying, either starter or starter plus packs. And I'll tell you what, it's very interesting because when we started looking at these packs and the pack ideas, we got excited about it because we knew that we were giving the base foundation of what you guys need to keep your nutrition levels up. Now, the next step to that was obviously coming out with products, or talking about some of the other products that are some of the complementary products, some of those ancillary products that you may not have been thinking about, but that I'll tell you what, after you listen to Tom Jr. talk about it, we had an influx of calls today, people asking, okay, how do I get Super Omega? How do I get our Balanced D? How do I get some of these other products? And there's a reason for that because of the way that Tom Jr. explains it. And I said last night, I was amazed because I always love it when I know what Tom's talking about, and I know that it's all coming out of his mind. It's just what he literally just stored in his brain, and he has the ability to bring it out. But one thing that he did today was he said, you know what? I think we need to give people Balanced D. I think we need to give that in the pack. And so he's added Balanced D into those packs because he knows the benefit and the value of Balanced D. So we've added those into the packs. So for those of you that are purchasing the packs, you'll now see that Balanced D is included. Now, here's the thing. We adjusted it just a teeny bit on the commissionable volume, but what we did was we added it in without any additional price. So it is literally a free product that now is coming out in those two product packs. So when you guys buy the Starter Plus packs, you will now have Balanced D in those packs. So for those of you that heard him last night and had an opportunity to listen real time in front of all of the people that were on that call and the Zoom and the conference bridge, you know what he talked about. For those of you that weren't able to jump on the call last night or haven't been able to listen to the recorded version, guess what? We've got Tom Maurer Jr. back tonight because I said to him, we really probably ought to talk about that next step for nutritional support as people start to lose weight. And one of the things that I recognize is that Tom Jr. said last night, well, if a lot of people start to plateau, a lot of people start to kind of stall out on their weight loss journey because they need to kind of push their body into that next level of weight loss. Well, one of the things that obviously will help that is Balance D. And here are all of the reasons why, not from me, but from our CEO, from our founder, from our chief scientist, from our guy that runs the day-to-day of this company, Tom Maurer Jr. So, Tom, welcome to the call. And why don't you tell everybody, not only thank you, by the way, for throwing that Balance D in as a free product that everybody can get because you know the value of it, which I always love about you. But the fact is to just take people through, why is it that Balance D will help them literally hit that next level in their weight loss goals, their fitness goals, and doing so many things for the body. Welcome to the call, Tom Jr.
Hey, thanks, Aaron, and it's a pleasure to be here. I got fired up last night and thinking about all of the exciting things and people losing thousands of pounds around the world. And I mean, we have started a wave that is contagious. When people see they're losing weight, they're excited. Now, one thing that, now we're starting to see is people have dropped 15, 20, 30, 40 pounds. They're saying it's becoming harder. So I was telling a little bit about this on the call. One thing that happens when we lose weight, what's the obvious thing? We are losing fat. Well, one thing that fat cells do, they release an ingredient, a hormone called leptin. And these leptin receptors that are found in the hypothalamus, when leptin contacts that, it tells our body we are satisfied. And with SiselTHIN, we're telling our brain we have all the energy we need, so we're satisfying it there. But as we're losing all this weight, guess what? We're not producing as much leptin. And so what happens is people start to feel a little more hungry and maybe they cheat a little bit more. And so now is the time, we're 2 months into this, to go to the next level. And I'm so excited about it. So I told Aaron today, I just want to put in every pack for free for the next month for Australia and for America. I want these two groups are really moving fast with this, and I want them to have this product at no more charge, because now all of a sudden when someone's at 25, 30 pounds, they're going to go to the next level. So let me take just a minute and tell you how that works. So your body naturally, as you ingest fiber, you have probiotics that are living in your digestive system. And what happens there is when the microflora in your system, these microbes digest fiber, they protect your intestines, and they produce a product called butyrate that actually coats that, because virtually everyone has some degree of penetration or leaky gut syndrome at some level. And some of the things that happen, they start to get rashes and they start to, have some skin disorders and other things, because there's always a minute amount of this. But if you have a healthy flora and you're producing this, you obviously you have various degrees of this. Well, what happens when this leaks through some places it's only one cell thick, very thin, and you get minute amount of food and particles and digestive material that's leaking out there. It causes inflammation. Now, that also causes other things that, we get sore joints, and like I say, we start to get skin rashes and other things at different levels depending on how much we have. How do we defend against that? We do prebiotics to nutrify the probiotics that we have in our system. We fortify it with more probiotics, and we feed it healthy fiber. I mean, it makes sense to start any weight loss and to have a regime of taking this product every day anyway to maintain a healthy gut. But when you're in weight loss, inflammation destroys and blocks leptin from reaching the hypothalamus. What does that tell us? We're hungry. We need to eat more. So by a simple process of giving our lower digestive system fiber, prebiotics, probiotics, we can avoid that. We can maintain, I hate to say it, an obese person's level of leptin and the receptors, and the production of that. We can maintain a healthy level of that, to where we feel satisfied and we're not consuming more. And so here we are 2 months into this. That's what I told Aaron. I said, I want to do this for a month. I want to get this out in America and Australia, because now these people who, the yo-yo diets, this is one of the major problems when people lose weight, is all of a sudden they hit that certain point, they're not fighting the inflammation that's being caused in their lower digestive system. And so we're going to do that. And in both of these packs, at no additional cost, are now for the next month going to have that in there. And it's a great companion product with Supra Detox that is in the pack. Go through a detox, get on your Balance D, and lose the weight that you've only dreamed about for decades in many cases. And we're seeing that all over. So I'm thrilled to do it. And thanks for letting me take a few minutes and be on the call tonight, Aaron.
Well, Tom, thank you. I mean, obviously, thank you for giving everybody this opportunity to have Balance D in their packs. And I know we've got a lot of people that have those on auto ship. And so it makes it easy for them to get their packs, and they can get those every month. But one of the things that I said, folks, just so you know, is that one of the best things that you can do is when you buy the Starter Plus pack or the Change Plus pack, you have the opportunity to get 2 of everything. And so when you think about that, everybody's in what I would consider to be instant gratification world. We want it now. We want everything now. So your best bet is, as you're working with your new guests and you're working with your new prospects and you're working with your new people, you're bringing people into your fold, you're talking about weight loss, there's nothing better than having products at your fingertips to hand them. And then the best thing to do is let them give you the products back as they get their shipment in the mail. The best and easiest way to do it for those people that are now getting their shipment in the mail is to have an extra pack come to them so that they can have the 2-pack as well. So folks, it is a simple process. There's a real opportunity here for you to lose the weight, to get fit. And as we talked about, and even Mila talked about, and Tom Jr. talks about, Milo will talk about it, I've talked about it, just get up and do something. Spend a little bit of time. Do something with yourself. I have always said, even on SiselTHIN, if you're using it as a meal replacement, not only are you saving literally about $5 to $6 to maybe even $8 a meal if you're taking it during lunch and you don't want to go out, drink your SiselTHIN. It takes about a minute to whip it up. And by the time you're done, you can literally mix it with a fork. By the time you're done, guess what happens? You're literally off and running for 59 minutes of your lunch break. Go out and enjoy the sunshine. Go out and enjoy a walk. Walk around the office. If it's cold outside, just spend some time and get your activity levels up, because activity, exercise, and diet will change your life. And I'm telling you right now, we have had so many, as Tom Jr. talked about, tens of thousands of pounds now lost across the world. And it's so much fun to see people with their before and their afters and just participating. So Tom, thank you so much for helping us, again, to help people. Our goal, obviously, is to help people take back their lives. And if they're having a struggle with their weight, if they're having a struggle getting off the couch, we want to give you guys that motivation, that opportunity. And one of the people that has absolutely walked the walk and talked the talk is our North American Director of Sales, Milo Acosta. And he is a guy. I went to find him earlier today because we were having a conversation about some logistics things. As I ran down the hall to see if he was there, I just remember, I forgot that he's actually at the gym. He does a training session on Tuesdays at lunchtime. Well, guess what, folks? What a cool thing to think about, that when you want to think about the person that's actually out there talking the talk and walking the walk, it's Milo Acosta. So Milo, our North American Director of Sales, with that, why don't you wrap it up for us?
Thank you so much, Aaron. Yeah, and thank you so much for the support. Everything, I go to my sessions on Tuesdays, and I tell you guys the stories all the time when we call after this call. So yeah, I don't like Crystal again today because she really kicked my behind again. But it's great. It's paying off. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys a little story here that happened to me a couple of days ago, which I'm going to take it as a compliment, because you don't get a lot of compliments from your 17-year-old boy. So I was getting ready to go to the gym, and my Milo Jr., he was watching TV here at night, and I usually go around 9:30 to the gym, and she kind of looked at me, and he's like, "Wow, you lost weight a lot. I mean, you can totally tell with what you're wearing, because I'm usually wearing my shirt when he sees me to go to work." And he's like, "Are you on steroids?" And that actually made me like, you know what? No, I'm actually powered by Sizzle. Thank you very much. And he just laughed, and I was just kind of showing off. He's like, you really, you can totally tell. And, coming from my 17-year-old kid, that really meant a lot. It was like, wow, that's awesome. It's motivating him. He goes to the gym all the time also. And I tell him about ribs and everything, and he takes it. But now he's like, I'm going to start taking, that product every single day now, because I'm really seeing, the results on you. So it's great. It's awesome. The product works, guys, and it's you guys. We see listen to your testimonies. I'm on the call with you guys, and I just hear your passion and your excitement. When you talk about it, when you ask questions, when you just share everything with us. So thank you so much for everything that you guys do, and make sure that you guys are with us on every single one of your calls, and to invite people to, a lot of people, like Aaron was saying, a lot of people are wanting to lose weight the natural way with a product that really works. And it's proven to work, and it's not super, expensive. It's affordable. And just make sure that you share your story. Be a product of the product, guys. The product works, and I'm very, very happy, very, very excited, because I've always taken the product since I started with Sizzle 4 years ago, and I always have had testimonies when we got the ripped out. I shared it with my mom. After she got full knee replacement, and that worked like a charm, and she's right now taking our products as well. But when you get your testimony, you feel like you're in the right place. And if you don't have your testimony yet about a product, guys, start taking it. Get your stories, your testimonial, share it with people, share it with everybody. The passion and the excitement will reflect on your voice, on your tone of voice when you talk to anybody about it. I'm very proud of being part of this Sizzle family, and to helping you guys on anything that we can on the compensation plan, on the product side. I can't wait to start traveling again and start sharing my story with all of you guys. But make sure that you guys keep telling people about this call and the recording and the playback. For now, I'm going to be just going to announce the winners for this week's free product. Then I'm going to mention the winners for the Sizzle Sports. There's 2 winners for that, and 2 winners for SiselTHIN. So the first winner for Sizzle Sport is Sharon Matutino and the Melody Richards. You guys are the winners for the Sizzle Sports. You guys will ship a Sizzle Sport for you guys tomorrow. And for the SiselTHIN, Susan Belomi and Melanie Ward. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing your passion on Facebook. Thanks for calling and giving us your testimonies over the phone. Guys, we want to make sure that we bless people's lives out there. We want to share our stories. Go to Instagram, go to Facebook, call customer service and tell them to and leave them a message with them, or call the 6700 number and leave a recording. There's tons of people out there looking for an opportunity, guys, and we have it in our hands. Let's make it happen. We have great things coming up, in this month. You heard Tom Jr. with this awesome news with Balance D. As I'm a firm believer of the detox and Balance D before even taking any of our products. If you've been to one of my presentations when I travel, the first thing that I talk about is Balance D and detox. And now you have those available in those packs. Make sure you clean your gut, get your stomach and your system ready to absorb all the nutrients with all the rest of the product, guys. And let's make it happen. So thank you so much for your time this evening. If you're a guest here on this call, make sure you talk to the person that invited you to this call. Ask him questions. Ask him how to be a part of this family. Right now, we also have a promotion that we're waiving the fee if you buy one of these packs. Now you're going to get a Balance D also for free, apart from the Sizzle, from the initial fee. So there's a lot of things that you guys can do. Be part of the Sizzle family. If you guys want to make money fast, we have the webinars on Monday. We talk a little about the products doing weight loss, and we share on how to make money doing this, sharing the products with other people. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. You guys have a great evening, and see you guys next week.